So you just gotta cut it down. Get cutthroat, you know? Lock it up. Hey there, fashion friends. I hope you are having a good day, and thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Okay, so today's topic, minimalist packing with the MONOS suitcase. Now, when I say minimalist packing, I don't necessarily mean that you have to be like a minimalist to pack like this. I just like to be as streamlined as possible, don't like to carry a lot of baggage, you know, pun sort of intended. My husband is from England, I'm from Minnesota, and we have a 3-year-old, so we are traveling quite a bit. And when you're traveling with a family, yeah, the last thing you want to be doing is worrying about extra things rolling around. So obviously if you are a minimalist, it's a lot easier to pack minimally because you already kind of have a very curated wardrobe. But that doesn't mean that if you're not a minimalist, you can't pack minimally. I recently received a new piece of luggage from MONOS, one of these brands that has cut out the middleman and really is focusing on producing a really quality product for a much better price. So the suitcase I have here is their check-in size, so it's their largest size. Today's challenge, we are packing 3 people into one suitcase for a week. So let's see if it can be done. So let's just start off with my initial reactions to the suitcase. Of course, I'm all about presentation, so I absolutely love, even though it's just massive suitcase, that it came in a duster bag. I was really happy with the color, that the zippers are connected to the TSA locks. So that was kind of cool little detail. When it comes to a suitcase, I'm all about the wheels. I could feel the quality in the actual like materials. Twirling them around, you could feel the fluid motion of them. So we're gonna look at just some quick little packing tips. Okay, so step 1 is start with bottoms. The reason why I start with bottoms is because usually they're the heaviest clothing piece, as well as that they're kind of the core of your outfit. So I feel like once you've sorted your bottoms out, I feel like the rest of the outfits will just come together. I try to keep it at 2 bottoms per person. Obviously for a 3-year-old, we're packing at least a bottom per day, probably 2 extra pairs. And then obviously you're gonna be wearing a pair of pants when you travel. So you'll have 3 bottoms total, which is actually extremely generous when you're thinking about like some minimalists would literally pack 1 pair of bottoms for a week. So generous, if you ask me. I'm being generous here, okay? 1, sweater or jacket per adult, and then you can wear a sweater or a jacket on the plane, 2 for the price of 1. Then we go for tops. For each adult, I will pack around 5 tops. Again, for the toddler, we're looking at probably about 9 for a week, just because, they're gonna get into some sort of shenanigans. And how I normally pack is I start at the bottom half of the suitcase, so the half that's closest to the wheels, because I want to make sure that weight is going on that section, so I'm not making the suitcase top heavy. But as I go, I basically do like a Tetris sort of situation, and as I go, I see where the space is. The next one is shoes. What I'm usually doing with them, I'm just putting them at the bottom on the other side of the suitcase. I'm not including them on the same side as the clothes. For shoes, for a week, 1 shoe per adult, same for the child, and then obviously you're wearing another pair while you're traveling. So you're getting 2 in there, which again is quite generous. Underwear is king. Never sacrifice the amount of underwear you bring. In fact, I actually probably will always bring 1 or 2 extra, just, you know, last thing you want to have happen is be caught out with no clean underwear. So normally putting it in one of like the little compartments, or, you know, might stuff it in the little crevices. Toiletries I always add last, because obviously, you know, it's the last thing you want to put in, because the things in there you need, you know, up until pretty much you're leaving. Wherever the space is, you just kind of nestle the toiletries in. I usually try to keep it again towards the bottom of the suitcase, towards the wheels, because it is usually pretty weighty. The kind of final step is to kind of reassess the situation, see how much room you have. If you have some bonus room, I mean, for us it's usually, you know, extra stuff for the baby. So it's, you know, an extra blanket, maybe, you know, Flash the Fox. So I would say my final notes on it is very happy with the way it packed. I felt like there was a lot of options to manipulate your packing so that you could get optimal items in the suitcase. After seeing how efficiently this suitcase packed, I feel very confident that I could use this suitcase for 3 people, or for 2 adults and a child, for 2 weeks. So it gets a gold star for packing efficiency. Once everything was in there, everything was packed, zipped, sealed, good to go, it did feel very weighty, but when you pushed it along, it just cruising. Just very effortless pull, very effortless push, easy twirling around, just easy maneuvering. Also with the handle, when it was empty, it felt a bit, you know, flopsy, but I think just because there wasn't any weight really, you know, giving it that resistance. So once everything was in there, the handle was just magical and just moved up and down real nice and felt really solid, because they always say that the true test of a good suitcase is that when you lift up the handle, that there's no movement of the handle, that when you twist the handle, that it's really solid and secure, and I definitely felt that with this. So for me, all around, awesome suitcase. Super excited to be traveling with this. I'm also gonna do a part 2 of this suitcase review and kind of let you know how it travels, how it really travels, how it takes, you know, the roughness of getting loaded on those, getting loaded and unloaded on those airplanes, coming down into baggage claim. We'll get into all that nitty-gritty as well. So, but for today, my first, you know, reactions to the suitcase and how it packs, it definitely gets an A+. So MONOS as a brand has a really good aesthetic. I really like just their mindset of traveling mindfully. They really just want to make traveling as effortless as possible for people, so they can really just focus on the here and now. So I love that. Make sure to check them out. I will link them below. So there you go. If you did like this episode, if you found it helpful, make sure to give me that thumbs up. It really helps me out. And make sure to subscribe for future weekly episodes. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will be chatting soon. Bye.